building a shed in my backyard. The boards that I was going to buy a year ago, yeah, you know where this is going, $26 at Home Depot, 94 today, 1 year later. 1 year later. So what's going on?
And again, if you go back to the first principles of the book, you have an inflationary system we've always lived in that's competing with a technology that's trying to drive prices down. And so if you allow that technology, most of the deflation, or let's say what should happen with technology's impact on our world, is nobody puts technology in a business to be able to make prices go up. You put technology in a business to give more for less. And so look all around you. That is the biggest force in our life. It's why you use Google. It's why you use Amazon. It's why you use all of these products. And on one side, remember, two different systems. One side, if you allow that to happen today, you have this mountain of debt that deflation makes debt more expensive.
Yeah.
So and the debt can't be repaid. It's impossible to repay that debt. The growth rate would have to be so staggering to be able to repay that debt over time. So you have over $250 trillion of debt in the world, with 185 trillion coming in the last 20 years, as you would project, because you've had to add to it faster and faster and faster because technology is moving the other way. So on one side, on one system, you have technology trying to give us more for less. And in the system we live in, which is an inflationary system that requires essentially our money to be worth less every year, you have central banks trying to outrun that impact.
Yeah.
And so you know this from the book, because I projected these, because if you understand how fast technology is moving, you understand on the other side what has to happen to try to offset that. So what's happening to lumber prices and what happened to housing prices is everything's running into stores of values to be able to, or to scarce goods, to be able to try to find value in that. Essentially, your dollar is worth less and it's buying less. Is what's happening, because the central banks are monetizing the debt.
Yeah.
So, and the byproduct to society is pretty evident. Some people are getting very wealthy, and you're picking the pocket of others, and so that's driving this inequality that you see. And it's not just lumber prices, it's not just house prices, but it's food prices as well.
Yeah.
Now, what you'd have to ask from this equation, if you're looking at the next step, is, so what would businesses do if their prices are going up? And wouldn't they try to automate faster? Or if they couldn't get labor, wouldn't they try to automate faster? So you're in this cycle. And again, these are, I wish this wasn't true, but it is true. You're in these two different forces that are radically opposed to each other. And we've lived in a system, and we measure the existing system and all our outcomes from the existing system, and it's competing against a new system that is more powerful. So in the end, ultimately, so governments today, you see the stock markets today, I don't know when you're going to publish this, and I've said this is going to flail around for a long time. But governments today are forced with a really tough challenge. You either inflate this away, keep accommodative policies, and you have this kind of massive inflation rate, but it's targeted to certain things as technology goes the other way.
Yeah.
Or you raise interest rates, and if you raise interest rates, everything collapses. And so it just keeps on. So you essentially force that deflationary spiral, but there's nothing backing currencies. So once that deflationary spiral starts to happen, it just keeps on unwinding. And so I wish those weren't the choices, but they are the choices. So now you run the probabilities on what governments are going to do,
right?
And they will. They might pretend they're going to raise rates. They might, but if that happens, or if they do it for too long, then you're going to tip into deflationary depression.